My name is Danny Wallace and I am the Queen Bee. I grew up on the council estates of Preston and I was furious when I found out that the Queen was born the Queen. So I set about creating the I Am the Queen Bee movement to help more people show up at Wise Up Horizon and reclaim their birthright to success. There's this quote that goes, aerodynamically bees should not be able to fly, their little wings shouldn't get their fat little bodies off the ground, and bees don't care what humans think is impossible, bees fly anyway. And so I wanted to create a space and community where we could do what bees do when they're building something new and festoon and link arms and help each other.
I need to get to know this woman. I need it in my life.
Who is this woman? I need a piece of that.
As a survivor of domestic abuse and homelessness and clawing my way back up from rock bottom, I wanted to be able to put my hand behind me and say, come with me. You don't have to struggle.
I had a dream of something that I wanted to do, and Danny, she got me there.
Georgia Smith!
How the bloody hell did I get here?
Often as business owners, we hide behind our businesses. But as the saying goes, closed mouths don't get fed. If you're not speaking about your business, who's gonna know about it? If you're not speaking about your mission and how you can help people, how are you gonna help the people you wanna help?
I just made a wish come true.
A speaking coach is somebody who's gonna be the hands at your back.
Well, Danny made a wish come true. She helped me get there.
I'm buzzing.
It's life-changing.
What an amazing journey.
Oh my goodness me, I loved it. Oh, I loved it.
We actively encourage people to be themselves because that's the most magnetic thing about you. What people gain when they participate and be inspired is that spark of belief in themselves that creates a furnace, that creates a bonfire, that creates an inferno.
Wow.
It has been nothing short of life-changing.
It doesn't stop there. The community creates bonds and friendships that are absolutely forged for life. It really does become so much more than speaking.
How are you feeling?
It felt like I'd picked up this really enormous thing.
That was awesome.
Epic. Phenomenal.
It was a bit more intense than I thought it was going to be.
Exhilarating. Went fast.
It felt amazing.
Exhausted.
Thinking at all about wanting to stand on a stage yourself or running a workshop, get in touch with Danny, you're not regret it.
You want somebody like that in your corner.
It was brilliant, the atmosphere was set, the stage was set, and it was smashing.
The Be Inspired Mastermind is for anybody who is ready to take the leap to the next step in their business. You can get in touch with me by following me across the socials at the Queen Bee Danny, or you can head on to my website where you can learn more about the incredible things that you do as part of IATQB. It's www.iamthequeenbee.co.uk. That's peace. Good morning. It's so weird seeing past Danny and now Danny. When we have Be Inspired at the end of this month, we will be filming another promo for Be Inspired with our incredible production company, the Film Farmers. It's just weird, like all of the trailers and the promo that we've got, because I've lost such an amount of weight in such a short space of time. It's like it's not even me, but it is me. It's got all the energy of Being Inspired. It's got everything. And I'm like, I feel like I just want to do it all again. And so we're going to. That's exactly what we're going to do at the end of this month. We're going to do it all again. We've got Be Inspired coming up at Manchester United Football Stadium on the 29th and 30th of September. Good morning. Welcome to Wise Up Wednesday. It's the show Wise Up, Rise Up show with me, your host, Danny Wallace. I hope you're feeling good this morning. Let me know what you're up to. Let me know how your week is going so far. Shorter week this week. It was Fake Monday yesterday. I am gonna very briefly put on my makeup, get ready for the work day with you all, and then get on with my day. And my day today consists of two things. One, we are securing our final sponsors and final exhibitors for Be Inspired, which is it's been interesting because we're having lots of incredible conversations with lots of incredible companies. But for some of them, particularly the big ones, we've not been as maybe quick off the mark as what we could be like we only just moved to like a sponsorship plus ticketing model for the event itself in order to make the event lucrative isn't the right word, so that we break even, so that we can, so that the event doesn't cost us. We provide value to everybody that's involved, from the audience to the exhibitors and sponsors alike, to the speakers that are on the stage. Like one of my real core values is value. Get everyone getting something out of an experience that they have when they get involved with IATQB or the Flying Away Foundation. So I want to make sure that our sponsor lineup, that our supporter lineup, our speaker lineup, our exhibitors, all are aligned with the audience that are going to be there. And the audience that are going to be there are entrepreneurs of different shapes and sizes, people who are engaging in personal development. It is very, very, it's really important that all of these are aligned, or all of these are not just any Tom, Dick and Harry coming along, but I've curated the whole of the community. And for some of the big brands, I'm only just starting to really make those connections. So they're like, oh, maybe not this time, but definitely for next time. So what we're doing now is we're racking up not only our sponsors and exhibitors for this event, but the next one as well. And that's one of the learns, that actually you do need to make sure, if anyone is out there running events, that you need to make sure that you've got, quite a significant amount of lead time, so that, especially if you want to engage big companies, that they can coordinate. So, their procurement situation might be quite clunky. Their contract situation might be quite clunky. So in order to have all of that ready and in situ for an event, you need a lot, between 12, 9 months, 6 months at the latest, to be getting those secured and in place. And that helps with the promo as well. So we're learning lots on this experience this time as we've moved to a sponsorship model, as well as a ticketing model for Be Inspired. What it allows for us, it allows to provide you, if you're in the audience, with the best possible experience, with incredible entertainers, with incredible VIP speakers and such. This sponsorship model allows us to provide that for you guys. So when we say we've leveled up, like, we've leveled up. So you might have seen on Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, announced our entertainment for the after party day one, the incredible George Alfie. So the way that the day works is doors will open, we'll be expoing for the first hour of the day. And then at 9:30, we move everyone through into the event space itself, and we will be delivering phenomenal talks. You come out back into the expo. Good morning. You can be saying good morning to everybody. Can you squeeze in? Can you peek? Good morning. Look at the state of you. You've been painting in this. Give us a kiss. I'll see you downstairs in a little bit.
In a little while.
In a little while.
Crocodile.
In a little while, crocodile. In the later, alligator. Off your pop. So George Alfie is going to be performing for us on the after party day one, and the after downstairs. Where's downstairs? She's asking me where my hairpiece is. Like, I've got a hairpiece to kind of pad out my very, very tiny little ponytail now. She's like, we've called it Brenda the Bun. Oh, she's here. This is what it looks like. How good is that as a colour match? Love you. Will you close the door, please? So, right. So back to the kind of the running of the day. So it'll be eight doors are at 8:30, and then we've got our expo. They'll be kicking the party. I need you to leave the room. No. Put that down and jump out of the room. You're not doing any painting. Jump out. I'll come and speak to you when I've done. It's the only live that I'm doing today. Shut the door. I thought you were going to slam it then. Anyone else excited for the end of the summer holidays? I feel awful saying that. I'm sorry, not sorry. So we'll then expo over lunch, and then at the after party, everyone's will have met the it's like my house. Honestly, it's long. So that'll have given everyone an opportunity to see the speakers, meet our exhibitors. meet them, and then actually at the end of the day, to go and like do business with each other, to go and connect further. We are trialing some incredible software with our friends at Code Galaxy, where we'll be using QR code technology on your tickets. So when you arrive, you'll be given a ticket on a lanyard, and then you'll be able to scan each other's QR codes, and it will give you that person's social media. It will give you access, if they want to give you access to any like freebies or downloads that they might want to give you, all of this sort of stuff. So if you are a ticket holder, information dropping in the next 2 weeks about that. And what you'll be able to do as well is once you've scanned that person, it will take you to our event space bit of software, and you'll be able to make a note by that person about the conversation that you had so that you can follow up. Love you, but close the bloody door and leave me alone for 30 minutes. And I'm not asking much. What doors open and finish times? So 8:30 in the morning, we open the doors. The talks begin at about 9:45. Then the event itself finishes at about 4:45, 5 o'clock latest. But then we have our after party, which will go on till 7 o'clock on day one, 9 o'clock on day two. So on day two, we've got an incredible DJ called Shiggy Pakhtar. She's actually one of our speakers on day two as well, who is going to be playing us some of the very best music, which I'm excited about. She is such a phenomenal energy. She, like I say, she's coming to do a talk. She's a speaker as well, but she also is a brilliant DJ. So we've booked her to come and DJ for us. So really excited to have Shiggy come with us. And we've got loads of fantastic guest speakers. I'm going to be announcing from today onwards. So there's going to be an email coming out today with loads of FAQs, frequently asked questions about the event itself. Then I'm going to be doing the speaker reveals. So those of you that are on my email list know that it's this time of year when I start to share with you who's going to be speaking, what they're going to be speaking about. The thing is, we've only got 24 tickets left in the room each day. So you really do need to get a move on. If you've not got a ticket, you'll need to get a ticket, because we're only 4 weeks away from the event itself and it's going to sell out. So if you have not already got your ticket, you need to get a shifty on. Love an after party, you're going to be knackered. Oh, you've no idea. What I am doing is I am working actually with one of our speakers who is she's a PT. They're a PT, and they've given me like nutritional advice and what have you for throughout the day. Because one of the things that I haven't been doing is during these events, and they're very, very intensive. They're really intense events for me specifically, because I'm not only looking after the audience, I'm looking after the exhibitors, I'm looking after the stage, I'm looking after the speakers. Like I am everywhere all at once over those 2 days. And energetically, it's a lot. So they've actually given me a whole bunch of nutrition for me to engage with. I'm also physically training for the event itself. So I'm going into sort of athlete mode for this one, which I've never done before. I've never sort of treated myself as somebody getting ready for something physically, always preparing mentally, but never physically. So that's where we're at. That's what's popping. But today is Wise Up Wednesday. So we're going to do a little bit of learning together today. Does anybody do email pitching? Let me know in the comments. Anybody do email pitching? And if you do, I would love to hear in the comments your horror stories, your top tips for making email pitches. Cold email pitches, not even warm email pitches. So who does this already? Because I feel a little bit like, what's the word? It's a love it or loathe it. And in this instance, for us, for everything that we're trying to pull off right now, is an absolute necessity. So what me and the team are trying to do as best we can. You've lost my visual. Anyone else? Can you still see me, you lot? I'm definitely here. Let me just give it a sec, see if I've dropped out for anyone. I don't believe I have. Anyway, so I'll keep talking. If you can hear me, I'll keep talking. So me and the team are actively, no, you can see, me and the team are actively reaching out to big brands and medium-sized businesses to speak with them about Be Inspired, about the Fly Anyway Foundation, to ask them, do they want to be involved? Do they want to partner with us? And the only way that we're going to be able to reach lots and lots of people very quickly is via email. So here's the thing. People who do brand partnership management will receive hundreds of emails every single day. Lots of big businesses will have charities engage with them every single day to ask them for money. So we've got to think, right, well, how do we stand out? How do we become friends with these big businesses, with these big corporates, so that they want to come and support us, so that we can help level the playing field, that we can bring our small to medium-sized businesses up? Because here's the thing, and the reason why there's a reason why the IATQB community works so well, is that we've got people who are just starting out in business, and we have multiple 6, 7, even 8-figure earners, all part of the same community. Because here's what's great. When you have a small business and you're a startup, or you're an entrepreneur, however it is that you look at it, but you're new, it is incredible and inspiring, if a little daunting, but inspiring to see businesses that have gone on to do incredibly well. It shows us what's possible. But then for those that are a little bit longer in the tooth, a little bit more jaded, who have been around for a bit of a long time, it's great to absorb the energy of those that are up and coming. It is great for me. Like, one of the things that I love about the Fly Anyway Foundation, I was speaking to one of our business builders. I'm directly mentoring our business builders at the moment, and it fills me with so much energy to see how hungry they are to make their businesses work, but really hungry, like they really want to make it work. And there are people in the community that, and if you feel seen, if I say this, then feel seen and do something about it, that are fannying about. They've got very expensive hobbies. And there are people in this community that are hungry. And I am encouraging as many hungry people as possible to come together. And this is the kind of the way that we're approaching these big businesses, is that there is value to be had by everybody. It's not just a case of me saying to these brands, hey, give us your 10 grand and be our headline sponsor. It's, hey, give us your 10 grand and be our headline sponsor. But in return, we're going to give you this, this, and this. And it actually becomes an exchange, as opposed to, like, I don't know if any of you are looking at events and looking at sponsorship and things like that. Oh, is it for me? Does it benefit me? Sponsorship, just like anything, exhibiting, just like anything, only works if you do. It only works, just like networking. It only works if you do. It only works if you follow up. It only works if you say to the event organizer, actually, what do I get out of this? You know, so for example, for our headline sponsor, I have offered a corporate package for our headline sponsor. I will go into their teams that are underperforming and go and do workshops with them to help them perform, as well as them sponsoring our event and having access to all of these phenomenal people. Do I have a targeted list that's already been put together? Now we do. We didn't to begin with, because we were flying blind. It's something that we've never done before. It's something that I've never had to do before. I've got nobody showing me what to do. We're literally making this up. And we're doing it well. Don't get me wrong. We've got some phenomenal partners in place. But the interesting thing is that we've had to really consider what our approaches are. So one of the things that I am all right at is speaking. Why am I going to speak? You'd think I would be. I'm a speaker coach, and that's what I have to be good at. Hey, Serena, I'm starving. Yeah, you've got to be. You've got to be ravenous. You must be, in order to do the things that you've got to do. And for me, if I didn't have this vehement of an event, this monster of an event that I was pulling off, would I be sat here going, oh, I'm going to email all of these companies? Da, 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 da. I've really put my back against the wall, but it's been a very interesting exercise in execution, in actually having to do the things. There's a difference between you've got to do the things in order to grow your business and having to do the thing. Otherwise, everything's going to fall on its face. But we're learning as we go in here about what works and what doesn't work. So what I would love to know from you, if you're watching along this morning, that if you are somebody who does email marketing cold to new people or businesses, what are your top tips or what are your horror stories? So for me, over persistence is a real turn off for me, for somebody that's email marketing me. The over persistence and lying in emails is completely a turn off. So, or messages. So I don't know if anybody is utilizing this as a strategy at the moment. Please don't do this. But an email whereby, or a message whereby you say, I'm just bumping this in case you didn't get it. So they're assuming that, well, they're not assuming, then they've not even sent you the first message. They're getting you to assume that there is a message somewhere and then trying to pick up a conversation from that. I don't like that. I feel like that's tactics, and I'm not a fan of being tacticked. Does that make sense? Okay, so here we go. Who is this? Okay, so I treat it like you're selling in a press release. Personalized humor, massively speak to the benefits for their organization. Go for the no. Yeah, so we're going in numbers for this. I can't stand blanket personal messages. Fuck me, I got the worst one yesterday with the headline, intro message. It was clearly sent by their staff blind and then was quickly deleted. Oh, no, Beth. Hello, I should have known by the purple heart. Nicola, good morning to you. Making it all about cost is always a killer. You're right. It's 100% about mutually beneficial exchange. Yeah, absolutely. Blanket emails just don't work. It feels like spam. It looks like spam because guess what? It is spam. So you've got to be cleverer about it. So one of the things that we do is we research. We research the company that we're approaching. We make sure that it's aligned with us so that when we make the approach, we can say, as a business, we believe X, Y, and Z. We know that you do too. And so it makes sense for us to lock arms, to join forces. And in that initial instance, does that need to be, hi, will you sponsor my event, and here's the corporate brochure and have a look at that? It's more about getting that good second contact in so that you can have a conversation. And I think that you can waste a lot of time blanket emailing and not be getting those bites because you haven't been personable. You've not looked at that person, checked them out on LinkedIn and such, and said, hey, I'm a real person. I know you're a real person too. We've got this thing that's amazing. We're doing amazing things in the world. Having the hook is important. So for us, the Fly Anyway Foundation is the hook. Getting businesses in front of other businesses at the beginning of what is being described as a recession is important. And then saying, I'm looking to work with, partner with, link arms with brands that are aligned with us. And in return, what we will do is X, Y, and Z. Nicola, what else are we saying? When asking for sponsorship, it's about individual approaches. It's always better to talk specifically about their businesses. You need to align with their ideal client, with the audience you have access to. Right. So this is one of the ways that we managed to secure one of the fastest growing, one of the biggest social media platforms to even engage with us, was to serve up for them a what's in it for them. What's in it for them? Why would they turn up and partner with us? Why would it be IATQB by this particular social media platform? You know, there's got to be something in it for them. Beth saying, I think what businesses also want to do is take an actual interest in their business rather than coming across like you're only interested in what they can do for you. 100%. 100%. Your audience is in it for them. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And so, you know, if I look at this particular social media platform and what their plans are and what they're doing and what this particular person's function is, my audience are ideal for them. And they are ideal for my audience. It is a mutually beneficial exchange. It isn't just, oh, well, I'm going to give you my audience because they're really lucrative for you. It's actually, no, my audience need what it is that you're serving up. They need to know more about this particular platform. They need to know more about engaging with it in a more meaningful way so that they can grow their businesses, because that's what I want. I want my audience to grow their businesses. Also, I was speaking to the phenomenal Helen Junior yesterday, the Complaining Cow. If anybody hasn't come across her, please do go and check her out. She's a journalist, she's an author, she helps people complain. She's amazing, she's wonderful, and she's really heavily focused on delivering great customer service to avoid complaints, to have a robust complaints process in place so that you can with real integrity serve your clients, and your clients can be served properly. And she was saying yesterday, think about, you look lovely. You can't go outside and play in that. Don't come around here because I don't want them to see that. She's in one of my costumes.
Can I take this off?
You take that off and go and put it in my costume box, please.
Where is it?
In the conservatory. Because I have been working on my costumes in my segments. Go away. Go out. Don't go giving things away. She's such a tinker. It has to be, and the thing is, one of the things that I'm finding with events is that the events producers sometimes just take sponsorship for the sake of sponsorship. So don't consider their audience, they just consider paying for the event. And we have not done that this time. You're coming to look at yourself in the mirror. Yes, you're beautiful. Go away. Go on, mind yourself. Go. Shut the door. Oh my goodness. 3 more days. They're back at school. 3 more working days. Yeah, I see events whereby they don't consider their audience. They just take the money, and then it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for the audience that they're there. It makes sense for the person that's sponsoring because they get advertising and they get all the perks and stuff like that. But they might not be a kind company, or they might say that they're a women's space, but quite happily take so they'll say it's a women's space and have like women only at their networking events, don't allow any other genders to participate, but then quite happily take male-led money for sponsorship. I don't know. I want to go for a more inclusive approach. And so what I'm doing is I'm researching the companies that I really feel aligned with, speaking to somebody directly about it, and not going in with this is the sponsorship, come and sponsor me, or this is the exhibition, come and exhibit. It's how can I serve you so that you come and partner with me? This is it. I'm on your website. I can't see anything about sponsorship or exhibitors info. No, because we're doing direct. We're speaking directly to people. But if you do want information, Nicola, we will pop it on. We will send it over to you. I know the bank manager at our local Nationwide wondering if they might be an option. Tap them up, Karen. Tap them up. When I do my Summer of Love Festival again next year, I would love to secure a huge sponsor or two, and would absolutely want them to be aligned. They need to be aligned. Business events have always had the same. Yeah, it's always the same old sponsors. They're so overused. You don't even notice them anymore. Right. Kat, I've done both personalized emails and more general introduction ones, depending on who it is, what you know about them and who the email is going to. If it's well written with passion and because you care, I think it could be okay. 100%. Yeah, Nicola, no problem. Let me just write that down. We'll send that through to you. If anybody does want any information on sponsorship or exhibiting at Be Inspired, please do give me a shout, because we've got a few spaces left for the right people. We've got loads of lovely exhibitors already. We've got loads of fantastic entertainment. We've only got 25 tickets left in the room, so I'm not concerned about it. Like at this point, normally I'm like, oh my goodness, we've got loads of tickets left. We've got half capacity, but we've only just got a few. We've only just got a few tickets left in the room anyway, but it's making sure that that expo and that sponsorship experience is really, really great now. But yeah, that's this week's about. The intentions this week is directly connecting with people. So if you know of any really cool businesses who you think might be aligned with Be Inspired, and this collaborative, this festooning kind of idea, this idea that we all do well when we all do well, who want to be in front of 250 really engaged entrepreneurs who are wanting to grow, who are wanting to expand, who are wanting to do well, who are hungry, then they need to get in touch with me. Or if you could do me an intro, I'll be ever so grateful. All right, so interesting. That's the things that we're up to today. We are emailing, we are messaging, we are not assuming, we are not blanket emailing. If anyone has got any tips and tricks for emailing cold, please do pop them in the comments for us all to learn. It is a Wise Up Wednesday and we all learn together in this space. So my darling, huge love to all of you. I will see you on Wednesday for more Showing Up, Wising Up and Rising Up. Please do shout out your successes and indeed your challenges in the IATQB Hive. It stands for I Am the Queen Bee, as are you, or the King Bee, or the Royal Bee. Make sure you're following us over on @theQueenBeeDanny, both on LinkedIn and over on Instagram as well. Lots of exciting stuff happening over on Instagram. I love you all. Thank you for being amazing and wonderful and gorgeous and sexy and beautiful and powerful and turning up, not just for yourselves, but for me as well. I'll see you later.